So hi everybody, Craig Hanson, guys, the Perfect Downswing. You're going to love this one. I'm going to take you in there and have a look at the PGA Tour professionals here and have a look at the averages of movement, guys. They're coming down within about a 5 to 7 degree corridor here, doing things exactly the same. Comparing it to some club players that are about 20, 25, 30 degrees away from it, there's a massive chance that you're in the same positions, and I'm going to show you 3 or 4 things in this video. The closer you get to these positions, people, the better you're going to hit it. You've got to work with evidence-based material. Now we're looking at a professional here on the left. We've got him at the top of the swing, and on the right we've got him at slightly on the downswing. That's what we're on about in this downswing. We're going to be looking at the plane angles coming down. To hit a golf ball down the line, we need the face correct, we need the path correct, and we need the low point of the swing arc, the swing circle, in a good position, right? The better you get, the closer you get, the better you hit it. Now let's have a look at this swing at the top. You can see that the lead wrist here is slightly cupped, and slightly into extension, and on the downswing we can see that it's not. Now the club face has also changed somewhat. The club face is in more of an aggressive position, perhaps even moving into a slightly closed position. Now this is what happens when you've played junior golf and you've hit hundreds of thousands of golf balls. This is a skill level that's, let's get in and have a look at what he's actually done to do this. So we'll see that when we'll zoom it in a little bit closer, and we'll get to the top of the swing. And we can see that wrist there, we can see that moving from extension into flexion for a cupped position into a flat position, and a lot of professionals here actually bowing it. Some bow it at the top already and then hold the position coming down, and some will just have it slightly cupped like that and then move down. Club golfers are doing the opposite. Often they'll have a flat left wrist and they'll cup it coming down, and that's what happens when they start to then have to flip the club head. They don't get the 12 degrees of shaft lean that they need. That's on average, or the PGA Tour average. They flip it and then they scrape the grass behind the ball, hitting fat shots and thin shots, actually using a style that's more difficult to repeat. It's like a disaster waiting to happen.
World-class golf instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied in helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of world-class golf instruction.
Right, now let's get in there and have a look at some of these numbers of the great ball strikers, where they are, averages of movement. Now we know a lot of my videos where I talk about the shoulder plane being in the 40 degree area, and when we're coming down, we're looking at Cameron Champ here, looking at the forearm plane here of the club. When the club heads behind the forearm, we'll just get down a little bit further. There we go, it's just slightly behind. We'll see that this plane moving into 46 degrees. Now remember that number, right? Where's McIlroy? McIlroy swinging up, coming down, and we're going to have a look at the same position. That club head, or that shaft here, 48 degrees. Now guys, here's the position, right? Now these swings are filmed so often with mobile phones. Let's have a look at this position here. We'll pop a clock over. We'll see the club's coming behind the hands and the toes just on this side of 12. So you're striving to get to that position. Right? Now on world-class golf instruction, we teach you how to do that, right? We teach you how to get closer to these positions. How to film with your mobile phone, right? There's 700 videos in the system for advanced players, senior players, Power Project, advanced pitching series. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there. There's mental practice programs, the whole lot. But getting into these positions is essential for your game. Let's have a look here at Robert Rock, one of the best iron players in world golf. Have a look at the swing up the top. Once again, the shoulder position perfect. Coming down, splitting through the forearm. Let's have a look at these numbers here, 44 degrees. Let's take a peek at some less skilled players here. The shoulders will be more level. They'll tip that then over. At the start of the swing it looks okay, but as it comes down it starts to get steeper and steeper, and then we're getting this shaft now higher positions up into the 60 degree area. If there's a line over the golf ball, people, and you think and consider that that's a wall, you'll see that a lot of the club players are moving into this ball. Now that could be a socket, it could be a shank, but from the other side it's flipped, and we'll show that in a couple of videos now, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve when we're looking at the downswing and the amount of lateral movement needed, or when we're looking at the angle of the right leg, sorry, the trail leg here. We'll see when the left arm's around parallel to the ground, we'll see 75, 76, 77 degrees, and that's a fact. Okay. Now your low point of your swing arc or your swing circle, when you're hitting down, you've got to be here, you're going to be like 4 inches, around 10 centimeters in front of the ball. That's the average on the PGA Tour before the club ascends. Now you can only do that when you have your swing geometry correct. Now let's have a look at Tiger Woods here, best iron player that they say of all time. Makes sense to have a look. As I said, people say, well, I can't swing like Tiger Woods, but you can get very close to these positions, closer than you think. 77 degrees, that's just a lateral shift. We'll have a quick look at McIlroy here on the way down. And guys, doesn't it make sense? There should be a little bit more commonality in golf training. If you're seeing these positions and they're in similar positions, you say, well, what are my numbers? Where am I? And if you're miles away from them, well, you've got no chance. It doesn't work like that. Now, having a look here, coming down, we'll see so many players with this lead arm parallel to the ground, and we'll just see so many club golfers well up into the 80-degree area, and that's where you're hitting it fat. That's where you're hitting it thin. It's just so important, guys, to get your hands on the right information and work and practice with a plan. So on World Class Golf Instruction, guys, we're showing you how to get in there and chip away at your backswing to help your downswing, so that when you get into these positions, you know, you're going to have a lot more success, and using these proven tour averages of movement and get you on the right track to play great golf. Guys, if you're interested in online lessons, I'm teaching people from all around the world. CraigHansonGolf.com. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.